Come on, everything at once, really? What's up, everyone? My name is Brady Young, but if you're part of the Young Nation, one of my subs, you already knew that, but for y'all who didn't, well, now you know. So today I just wanted to take a little bit, though, and talk about how I come up with my books, because I've had quite a few people actually ask me that in person, over messages and everything, and so I just really wanted to dive in how I come up with certain book series and everything, and just the origins of all that, and now how they are being written on Word documents that then go into paper. Vis-a-vis this. Okay, this. I'm gonna talk about how this came to be. So pretty much, no, I'm rolling really far. But first, how Darkest Light came into being. I was sitting in my grade 9 class, teachers talking about something, I don't remember what, but I'm just sitting there and I'm thinking, I'm looking around my class, I'm like, how cool would it be if we were all superheroes? That started the idea. Back then I wanted to make a video game, so I was just like, how cool would it be for us all to be in a video game and we're all superheroes? So I started writing a story, but as I just started writing up the first little bit, I went into my thoughts of, what if it was based on us? Not entirely, but around us, but it's mainly focused on our kids in the future, and then that's when it just went off. And that's when I just really hit the stride. I was just typing away continuously. Well, not really typing away, because that wasn't really until grade 10-ish. But grade 9, I was pretty much writing everything on paper of what everything would be, pretty much of like how the story would go out, how the characters would interact with one another, what their names would be, the powers and everything, and just going back and forth. And then grade 10 I started writing it out as a game script. Pretty much Darkest Light came into being as I was sitting around my class, I'm not even paying attention because I'm in my own mind, and if you know me personally, which a lot of my friends and family who do know me, they would say, yeah, I don't pay attention all that much, because if I get focused on something, I have like laser beam focus, and then I'm just like, everything is in one ear, out the other, and it's like, I'm not focusing on what you're saying, I'm sorry, because I'm too busy in my own world. And Darkest Light pretty much came about as, well, I love superheroes, I love comic books, and I love anime, so they all played a huge part in how everything just came to being as well, but it really was centered around all me and my friends, and how cool would it be to see adventures of high schoolers being superheroes, trying to juggle this life of doing math class, English class, but also trying to save the world, stop a whole bunch of threats, fight demons, do all these cool things. And so Darkest Light just came into being with that. And then all the sequels and prequel books I have planned are pretty much like how comic books and other books are centered on everything. You start mentioning past things, and then you just start really diving into it. Because, you know, I made Darkest Light, which is focused on everyone's kids. Then I teased so much about in that book of the Crosser Chronicles, of the parents. And so that's how those books are coming into being. And then everything else is just, I don't want to go too much into depth to reveal too much, to spoil too much or whatever. But yeah, like a lot of these books that I'm making just really came out of Darkest Light and me just going, how cool would it be to talk about these race of superhuman beings in different times, in the future, in the past, the races that came before them, and just all these things. And it was like, this is how Darkest Light came to be. Now for Gods and Monsters. So we all, I think, a lot of us probably saw the Mummy trailer, the remake one, the one that not a lot of people loved. I personally didn't mind the movie, but one thing really stuck with me in the commercial, in the trailer for it, was when Russell Crowe's character, oh my gosh, not important. What is important is when he said the line of like, welcome to a world of gods and monsters, I focused on that line, just that one line, and I was laying my head going to bed one night. I'm just sitting there like, laying in bed, and I'm just brewing on that. I was like, welcome to a world of gods and monsters, world of gods and monsters. What would it look like if our world was filled with all these mythologies of these gods, and they were real, walking around, tangible, solid figures? Same with werewolves, vampires, all these ghost-like creatures, all these undead-like creatures, and I'm just like, I want to write that. And I knew if I did not write certain things I had going through my mind that night, I would forget it the next morning. So immediately I'm like, okay, Of Gods and Monsters is gonna be the book title. Oh, crack my neck, sorry. Gods and Monsters is gonna be the book title. Subtitle, I did not know yet. Blue gods from all these different mythologies, drawing them down. Who should be alive and dead by now? Because I mean, I want to create a secret society that hunts them down. What's the secret society's name? I kind of thought about it. I'm like, they'd be protectors of the world, looking after the world. And I kind of thought, like, there are so many different groups that look after, like, certain parts of people and everything. Like, we have police, we have firefighters, we have all the different things, and I kind of thought wardens. Because wardens, they overlook everything. They overlook a prison. I'm not saying the world's a prison, but in this kind of case for the world, for the gods and the monsters, the world's kind of a prison for them. The wardens are pretty much overlooking and making sure that the world is safe for humanity. The world is just safe. So I kind of put, alright, wardens. And then everything just started filling out through there. It just, thought after thought just started to flow, and boom, Of Gods and Monsters is coming into being. I'm almost finished it, so be prepared for that. Now, all the horror stories, the short horror stories that I am writing, the one I have written, and the possible horror novels I'm gonna write, that's just because I'm weird. I'm really like, I dive into what scares me the most, and I'm just like, alright, let's play off that. So in reality, my horror everything is just because I'm weird. And I'm so sorry for bringing this into the world. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry for anyone who reads them. That is pretty much just like a short little talk about how I come up with my books. How I've come up with Darkest Light and all the books that are within that universe. I'm not wanting to talk too much about them because I don't want to reveal too much. Because if I say too much, I'm going to reveal everything. And how Of Gods and Monsters came into being, and just how everything flowed through there, just off of one line from a trailer, which is so amazing. How just one line from a trailer for a movie just made me go, I have a new book idea. It's amazing what will inspire us to do certain things. And short horror stories and possible horror novels. I'm just messed up, I guess. But thank you all so much for joining me to listen to me talk about how my books come into being. If you liked the video, give it a like, comment down below, comment any ideas maybe you had, comment of what you felt, like little things for me that have inspired me, comment anything that you feel inspired you. As well as share this with anyone that you know that maybe likes books and maybe wants to read some cool books. As well as subscribe and hit that bell notification so you get notified when I put out a video. But until next time, I will see you guys later. Have a good one.